Did you know that last night, a 71-year-old man died while sleeping? His family was taken aback. The day before, he appeared to be in good health and was having a typical evening. However, he didn't wake up the following morning. What took place? Was there a way to stop it? In actuality, several evening routines over the age of 70 can unknowingly jeopardize your health by raising your risk of major problems, including heart attacks, strokes, and even unexpected death. What's the worst? The majority of folks aren't even aware that they're committing these errors. We're going to look at 4 evening habits that people over 70 should avoid in this video. These are minor, seemingly innocuous habits that can significantly affect your longevity and general health. You could be surprised by some of them, while others may be something you've done for years without giving them any attention. You'll have the skills necessary to defend yourself, get better sleep, and wake up each morning feeling more resilient and healthy after watching this video. Stay with me through to the finish, because the final habit is something that most seniors do every night without realizing it, and it may be seriously endangering them. Additionally, you'll discover what you can do in its place to guarantee a healthier, safer sleep. Let's get going now. The first is eating substantial meals too late at night. After the age of 70, eating large meals right before bed is one of the most prevalent yet harmful sleep routines. Since you may have been doing it for years without any problems, you may believe it to be innocuous. However, as we age, our bodies no longer metabolize food in the same manner. Your heart health, the quality of your sleep, and even your chance of unexpected difficulties at night can all be greatly impacted by what you eat before bed. And more critically, when you eat. Consider this. You were likely able to eat a large dinner late at night and still get a good night's sleep when you were younger. However, around the age of 70, your body takes longer to break down food, your metabolism slows down, and your digestive system becomes less effective. A higher risk of heart attacks and strokes during sleep is associated with acid reflux, disturbed sleep, and even elevated blood pressure. Your late-night eating habits are probably the cause of any heartburn, discomfort, or racing heart that has ever woken you up in the middle of the night. When you eat a big meal right before bed, your body is busy digesting rather than concentrating on getting a good night's sleep. Your intestines are working overtime, your stomach is creating acid, and your pulse rate remains high when it ought to be decreasing. Your body sets off a series of actions that put you in a lighter, more restless sleep state and raise your risk of unexpected cardiovascular problems. For instance, suppose you have a late-night snack just before bed, such as a fried burger or a hearty pasta dish. Your body fights to keep stomach acid in its proper place while you're lying down, even if you may feel content and full. You may have pain, coughing, or even choking sensations that startle you awake if it creeps up into your esophagus. Aspiration pneumonia is a dangerous lung infection that can be fatal for elderly people. Chronic acid reflux disease, or GERD, can weaken the muscles in your throat and airway over time. Worse, eating too late at night might cause blood sugar levels to rise. This behavior can lead to glucose imbalances, which can make it more difficult for your body to control blood sugar levels while you sleep if you have diabetes or are at risk for developing it. Seniors who regularly eat late at night are more likely to develop metabolic abnormalities that lead to heart disease, according to studies. What ought one to do instead? Aim to finish your last meal 3 to 4 hours prior to going to bed. This allows your body ample time to fully digest before you fall asleep. A tiny piece of fruit, a handful of almonds, or a cup of warm herbal tea are all healthy options if you need a snack before bed. Making these decisions can really help you sleep better without overtaxing your digestive system. Don't forget that your body functions differently now than it did. You may greatly reduce your risk of nighttime health problems, enhance the quality of your sleep, and provide your body with the rest it so richly deserves by simply altering your meal schedule. The second is excessive beverage consumption right before bed. While it's generally true that staying properly hydrated is always beneficial, as you age, consuming excessive amounts of liquid, particularly right before bed, might potentially be detrimental. You may want to reevaluate how much liquid you drink in the evening if you are over 70 and often get up many times during the night to use the restroom. However, sleep disturbance is not the only issue. Over time, this behavior may also raise your risk of heart problems, falls, and even cognitive deterioration. Why it matters? Your bladder's ability to hold pee for extended periods of time naturally declines with age. Your body becomes more sensitive to even minute amounts of fluid in your system, your muscles deteriorate, and your kidneys continue to filter fluids at night. This implies that you are far more likely to wake up in the middle of the night with an urgent need to go if you have a large glass of water, tea, or juice before bed. Furthermore, even while this could seem like a small annoyance, there could be much more serious repercussions than you might imagine. Consider the following scenario. You wake up in the middle of the night with a full bladder. Your blood pressure hasn't had time to normalize, so you attempt to get out of bed as soon as possible. Postural hypotension, a quick drop in blood pressure when standing up, can result from this and produce lightheadedness, dizziness, and even fainting. Unbeknownst to many elders, this is one of the most frequent causes of potentially fatal falls that occur at night. A routine restroom trip can escalate into a potentially fatal incident that leaves victims with brain injuries, fractures, or worse. Beyond falls, nocturia, or frequent overnight urinating, can cause major sleep disturbances. Your brain is deceived into believing it is dawn every time you turn on the light after waking up. This interferes with melatonin's normal synthesis, which is the hormone that promotes sound, deep sleep. Poor sleep over time can cause blood pressure to rise, your immune system to deteriorate, and even cognitive decline to speed up. According to studies, seniors who wake up throughout the night on a regular basis are more likely to acquire dementia and other memory-related disorders as a result of chronic sleep disruption. However, staying hydrated is still crucial. So what is the best course of action? Consider modifying your intake schedule rather than completely eliminating beverages. By the late afternoon, you should have tapered off most of your fluids from earlier in the day. Instead than consuming a full glass at once, take tiny sips if you are feeling thirsty in the evening. Additionally, be mindful that caffeine serves as a diuretic, increasing urine production and exacerbating the issue if you're drinking caffeinated beverages like tea or coffee in the late afternoon. Another piece of advice is to be mindful of the liquids that are disguised in your diet. High water content fruits, soups, and even some drugs might cause fluid retention and make it more likely that you will wake up throughout the night. You may significantly increase the quality of your sleep, lower your risk of falling at night, and improve your general health over time by adopting minor but deliberate changes. Please leave a number 2 comment below to let me know whether you're still viewing this video and finding these ideas helpful. To ensure you don't miss any videos, I advise you to subscribe and turn on the bell if you haven't already. We can keep producing high-quality content to educate and uplift you thanks to your support. All right, let's proceed. The third is sleeping in an overly warm room. Although a warm, comfortable bedroom may seem appealing, if you're over 70, keeping your room too warm at night may be a quiet health danger. In an attempt to improve their quality of sleep, many elderly people make the error of turning up the thermostat or wrapping themselves in thick blankets. Unbeknownst to you, however, sleeping in a too warm environment can raise your risk of heart issues, dehydration, and poor sleep quality. Our body's ability to control body temperature declines with aging. The body's capacity to sweat and expel heat decreases, which makes it simpler for the temperature to rise too high, particularly while you're sleeping. Your heart must work harder to cool you down when your body overheats, which can place undue strain on your cardiovascular system. Seniors who have circulatory problems, high blood pressure, or heart disorders may be particularly at risk from this. Consider this. Have you ever woken up in the middle of the night with a sweaty, agitated, or even a little out of breath feeling? Your body is having trouble controlling the heat. Even if you don't feel thirsty, sleeping in a warm room raises your risk of dehydration, according to studies. Particularly in elderly persons, mild nighttime dehydration can thicken blood, raising the risk of blood clots, heart attacks, and strokes. As an illustration, let's look at a person like Frank, a 74-year-old retiree who likes to read in bed before going to sleep. To stay warm, he covers himself with thick blankets and maintains his bedroom at a nice 75 degrees Fahrenheit. However, he starts tossing and turning every night, waking up sweaty and feeling sleepy the next morning. Frank is unaware that his heated sleeping environment is interfering with his body's natural sleep cycle. which keeps him from getting the deep, rejuvenating sleep stages that are essential for good health. By helping the body to naturally reduce its core temperature, a colder setting helps people sleep better. Deep sleep, which supports immune system performance, memory consolidation, and general longevity, depends on this mechanism. Seniors who regularly sleep in colder temperatures say they wake up feeling more alert, invigorated, and mentally sharp. What temperature is best for sleeping then? For the best quality of sleep, experts advise keeping your bedroom between 60 degrees Fahrenheit and 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Try layering with breathable cotton blankets rather than bulky synthetic ones that can retain heat if that feels too cold. Throughout the night, wearing lightweight, moisture-wicking sleepwear can also assist control body temperature. Another easy tip is to use a tiny fan to keep the air moving or open a window to let in fresh air. This not only aids in cooling, but also enhances air quality, lowering the possibility of respiratory problems that could interfere with sleep. This minor change to your sleeping environment can have a significant effect on your general well-being. You may lower your chance of cardiovascular strain, encourage deeper sleep, and wake up feeling more refreshed by keeping your bedroom cool, all without running the risk of overheating. Let's now discuss one more nighttime routine that many individuals unwittingly follow every night, despite the fact that it is especially dangerous for seniors. You may be surprised by this. The fourth is sleeping in an incorrect position. The majority of people don't give their sleeping habits much thought, believing that as long as they're comfortable, everything is okay. However, you might not be aware of how much your sleeping posture might affect your health after the age of 70. Poor circulation, respiratory issues, and even an increased risk of heart failure or stroke can result from sleeping in the incorrect position. Nevertheless, a lot of elderly people sleep in ways that unnecessarily strain their bodies every night without realizing it. This is why it matters. Your body naturally undergoes changes in circulation, lung function, and muscle tone as you age. Your body will have a tougher time functioning when you sleep if you lie in the improper position for hours on end, since it will restrict ventilation, lower oxygen levels, and put pressure on important blood vessels. This can eventually lead to more significant disorders like nightly heart strain, as well as relatively minor ones like snoring and sleep apnea. For instance, although it may appear pleasant, resting flat on your back is actually one of the riskiest positions for many seniors. Your tongue and the soft tissues in your throat relax and fall backward when you lie on your back due to gravity, which partially blocks your airway. Obstructive sleep apnea, a disorder in which breathing regularly stops and resumes while you're asleep, may result from this. It can greatly raise the risk of heart disease, high blood pressure, and even sudden cardiac arrest, although many people are unaware that they have it. Consider a 76-year-old man named Robert who always slept on his back. He occasionally stopped breathing for a few seconds at night before he gasped for air, as his wife saw. He dismissed it at first, assuming it was a natural part of growing older. However, as time went on, he began to wake up feeling worn out, experiencing headaches and difficulty focusing during the day. His sleeping position was causing undiagnosed sleep apnea, which put a strain on his heart every night, he discovered when he eventually spoke with his doctor. Sleeping incorrectly can also impact circulation, even if you do not have sleep apnea. Research indicates that sleeping on your right side may increase cardiac strain and impair blood flow. This is especially dangerous for elderly people with heart problems, since it can cause fluid to accumulate in the legs and lungs, which over time can result in congestive heart failure. After the age of 70, what is the ideal sleeping position? If at all possible, experts advise sleeping on your left side. This posture promotes better circulation, more effective heart pumping, and even easier digestion. Sleeping on the left side helps persons who are prone to heartburn or acid reflux by keeping stomach acid from leaking up into their throat, which lessens discomfort and enhances the quality of their sleep. Try using a body pillow to prevent yourself from rolling onto your back while you sleep if you have trouble staying on your side. Using a supporting cushion to raise your head a little can also assist maintain open airways and lower the chance of breathing problems. Additionally, putting a pillow between your knees might help preserve spinal alignment and lessen pressure on your lower back if you suffer from joint discomfort or stiffness. Your general health can be greatly impacted by making this little change to your sleeping position. You may lower your risk of health issues during the night and wake up feeling more rested and invigorated by making sure your body is in the best possible posture for breathing, circulation, and heart function. Please leave a number 4 comment below to let me know if you're still watching this video and finding these ideas helpful. To ensure you don't miss any videos, I advise you to subscribe and turn on the bell if you haven't already. We can keep producing high-quality content to educate and uplift you thanks to your support. All right, let's proceed. Concluding remarks. 4 nightly routines that may appear innocuous but could endanger your health after the age of 70 have been discussed. Consuming food after midnight, consuming excessive amounts of liquids before bed, maintaining an excessively warm room, sleeping incorrectly. All of these behaviors have the potential to subtly affect your heart, sleep, and general health. The good news: these risks are subject to change. You can enhance your sleep, reduce your risk of major health problems, and wake up each morning feeling more resilient by making minor changes to your nightly routine. Think for a moment now. Which of these patterns do you see in your own daily routine? Do you often wake up in the middle of the night? Have you ever experienced insomnia or overheating? For years, you may have been sleeping on your back without recognizing the consequences. In any event, awareness is crucial. You can take action to address the issue once you've identified it. My challenge to you is to be mindful of your nighttime ritual tonight. Examine the effects of changing just one of these habits on your sleep. Perhaps you'll shift to your left side while you sleep, turn down the thermostat, or move your last meal a bit earlier. Over time, even a tiny adjustment might have a significant impact. We appreciate you being here with us today. Please share one item you learned today and how you intend to apply it in your life in the comments section below. We would love to hear from you. We value your opinions, so please feel free to express them. We are greatly inspired and encouraged by reading your remarks. Please like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it entertaining and useful. We can keep producing high-quality content to educate and uplift you thanks to your support. We appreciate your time and hope to see you in the next video.